Okay, I had before a vision, and that is the reason I made two round mirrors, and each of them, and you see the difference. Okay, the vision was, it is called that Quetzalcoatl is Odin, but that must not be necessarily. What always really suspecting me was, why they are so fat. There are two possibilities. I mean, okay, what really surprised me is that how many gay people are here. It doesn't matter if lesbian or gay, as both genders. Huh? How proud they are about that. It's a perversion of nature. This is so. You have yin and yang. Yes, and okay, that if there are raptors which force creatures to incarnations, but to be proud on that is when you have a little sense for nature, then you know that is a perversion, that is fact, there is no any mistake, yes? Yin and yang have its reason, yes? It's a generator of life. And there other is a perversion, that it should be very clear, yes? I know there was vaccinations, there was also there's exposing from a US female doctor where they vaccinate people since 30 years that they get gay. Yes, I mean, it's not so popular anymore to burn people on any fires and so what the governments don't like. So when you want rot then genetic, then you make them gay. And then for sure you, oh yes, freedom of blah 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 and so on, yes? When mass murders come, who pull it off, what I explained enough times by cannabis and oppress HHO technology, what kill each year X million of people, yes? When they tell anything about liberty and so on, then you can bet on it, yes? There is ruthless criminal shit behind, yes? 2000%, there's no mistake. So, it is possible that the vaccinations, I have no idea exactly, but the point is, maybe they will not vaccinate all, and it will be all okay. So, that with that, I mean, what really disgusted and shocked me here in Mexico is that how many people are fat. Really disgusting fat. Give a shit. But you cannot explain that only with taco and all that shit what they eat. I mean, actually, what is also, you see, no people, many have gardens, but they don't grow food. They don't grow any herbs or vegetables or anything. I see that nowhere, yes. I mean, only from the view of point from simply I have their own veggies and they don't need to buy anything. I mean, there is anything wrong. Really bad, wrong. That is not the soil, because the soil how Xantho's Hopi Indians grow maize in the desert, yes, with the shamanic knowledge. But yes, they are all demon dealers. All, basically, you have the shit on each fucking corner, yes. Their private things would hang that shit in a size what not only the demon temples have. So sick is that scum, yes, so sick is that scum. Disgusting, really. Simply disgusting. And the point is, when you're fat, and there is no doubt, you can excuse it with food or whatever. The point is, you take more than you give. Yes, that is, in fact, vampirism. Yes, on any level, in any way, anywhere. Yes, when you get fat, you take more than you give. That is fact. Yes. You can excuse it with what you want, yes. And that amount of fat people is really no shit. That is really disgusting. I was before in Colombia, yes. I mean, that would really, I told it in a video before, that what really spring in your eye, jump in your eye is tits and asses from girls. They are also no shit. But you see many pharmacies. This is that would be the next topic, yes. Where they sell that for muscle building up and so on, and that the food is different, so maybe it's genetic with food or whatever. And but here, fuck, it's really far. And but they are normal and also skinny, but the population of that is really that has not any balance. That is not. I mean, I was really in many countries when you go in Thailand or anywhere. That is really absolutely that is completely out of any population. That is sick. Really, that is really bad sick. When I hear the people always speak about the USA people, but I cannot. I mean, I was in LA, and there was but that is like in Austria. That is like in Germany. That is normal. Yes, normal. Yes, but that here is not normal. Okay, that is not normal. Yeah. And it is told that the Quetzalcoatl is Odin. Also, I think not necessarily. And demons always like to replace the light creatures. Simply as cover. And play the game under that cover. And I mean, the North American Indians are a different story than the Aztecs and the Mayas. That is really a different story. They had also their things, but that structurized really in real armies and states, and that amount of rotting is not no. And I mean, when you speak from the North American Indians, there is quite a difference between a Sioux and a Hopi. I mean, the one they live in tents, they are really very native and so on, while the other have actually really technology. It is technology, but most people don't see this technology. But this is technology. Also known as shamanic knowledge and shamanic technology. And knowing, I mean, they live in the desert, yes. Hello. And they don't starve to death. Yeah, so like in Ethiopia or in Yemen or in Somalia. No, 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 no. Huh? Uh, and Africa had the knowledge too. That is very basic fact. No? My wishes was what is when that fake gods here, that faker made any deal with the desert demon when the Spain come, and then begins the invasion of North America. How many natives was killed by that? And then they played for suddenly the same game like everywhere. They make friends with some tribes and let them fight each other and so on. The typical thing what invasions do, what don't want have too much losses by their own. A typical dirty game of bastards. Yeah. And how they was treated and are treated. I mean, here in Mexico, the Indians, they fusioned, obviously with all what comes here. The North American did that not so. They did all, but not in that amount. They kept more there. That is also in India, for example, India, where it was at first conquered from the demons in the north. They kept more the loyalty, the noble thing, while the south, was not so loyal and so on. Huh? This had everything to do with the energy. And North American native people are not that fat. How they could. They also make the noise and laugh like demons. This is a different. That is completely different. I mean, before I was old, it was before in Colombia, and from the karmic energy, I'm karmic energy in part. And before, I mean, but first, when I left Thailand, my goal was Medellin. That was I felt simply Medellin is the place. But yeah, this is not. The time have changed. No, some people are dead. What run the country before, and obviously not so bad. And it was said, oh, Medellin, the Medellin clan was so brutal and so violent. The violent energy is in Cali so much more. I mean, Medellin is against Mexico, a place of love. Yes. I see the corruption in Mexico is really so much worse than in Colombia. That is actually not to measure in real. That is so big difference, really. I mean, Bogota is dirty. Bogota is immensely dirty, and yeah, you have also smog, like pollution, like crazy. And the people, they are less. Because I experience no anyone with honor. Okay, no anyone. In Medellin, otherwise, I experienced that less, but in an uncountable amount higher than anywhere where I was until now. Okay. Only when you buy weed, for example. Yes, in Medellin, I was tried one time to cheat. Here, it's base, okay? Here, it's base to get cheated, yes? In Cali, they tried two, but not so bad like here. Medellin is a clear thing. You know where you are, and the quality is also much higher. Yeah. And that is a measurement. That is a measurement because that has to do with honor. When I tell in Medellin, a guy I need it from asthma, then to 90%, yes, that guy take care that I get a good quality. Yes. Why? In Cali, it's much blah blah, but I think they have not that access to it, and here they have access, but they give a shit. Yes, they even try to rip you off. Yes, I know that you pay for this is actually this is not gram. That is have an idea. 0.6, 0.7, anything about that. In Penita, 120 pesos. Here, they try to rip me off 300, okay? And in Penitas, they told 120, but then I paid 150 because they do around with the money. Oops, hoppala, and tralala, oops, yeah. Yes, this is what's going on here. Mexico is really the last piece of shit, really. The last disgusting, yes, honorless, ruthless, criminal piece of shit, yes. Medellin, that's so bad, Medellin, is a place of honor, of love against that scum here, okay? Just to tell all that idiots what believe that, what that government should tell you, yes? And I see the Escobar in a really different way, yes? And that brother from the real leader, he's the small brother, the weak one, the coward one, from the real guy, yes. And I have to tell, I can understand that violence, because that violence I would finish off, trade exactly in that way, yes, exactly in that way. Because who have no heart, who's so corrupted piece of shit, yes, have to be rot. I compare that really with Gaddafi. What he did all for his people. Free energy, free this, free that, free that, free that. I mean, wow. I mean, which government who sell oil give you in the proportion the share on your money account? Huh? Which government do that? Tell me, which fucking bastard government do that? No one of them. No one. Huh? That tells a lot. And I see also that what Escobar did for his people. Yes, he killed for sure a lot of people, because there is under the world you have a lot of bastards and scum. But after all that shit what I have experienced here, yes, I can only tell, never trust anyone what any news or letter or whatever tells you about any state, of any city, of any country, of anything. That is lying crap. Yes, that is a lying bastard. From up till down, they are rotten scum. They lie full with the biggest shit what exists. Yes. So, just to tell. Here it comes more.